What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Greg Hitchcock here, and in this video I'm going to be installing this purple Guts seat cover in the exact same way that Andy Gregg and the Guts Racing team installs their seat covers. So stay tuned. If you're a returning viewer, you guys know who you are. You already know about my 1999 KX250. If you guys are new viewers to the channel, this is my 1999 KX250, and I've kind of got this little purple type factory theme that I'm doing with the bike, and I'm going to be replacing the stock seat with this purple Guts seat cover here. Now, before you guys get all up in arms about how mint the stock seat cover looks, I am not going to be ripping that seat cover off. It was a long debate with myself whether I should just spend the money and try to find another seat to put this Guts seat cover on, or rip this pristine stock seat cover off. I figured you guys would completely hate me if I did that. So my buddy Stu, let me get it here, sent me this old seat that he had off of his bike. The seat pan is actually in mint condition. There's a little rip on it on the bottom here. It looks like the bike went over backwards, but the seat pan itself is flat and there's nothing wrong with it. So I'm gonna be ripping this seat cover off, ripping this seat foam off, and I'm gonna be throwing this tall Guts seat cover on. Guys, I'm 6'3". I need a little bit more height in my legs on the bike, so I'm gonna try the tall seat foam from Guts. I think I just went with the OEM feel, or maybe I went with the firm feel. This seems pretty firm, but the OEM seat seems just way too soft for me, so I'm pretty sure I went with the stiff foam. So I've already stripped the old seat cover off of that other seat, stripped the foam off, glued the new seat foam to it, as you see here. Guys, in terms of tools, this air stapler is gonna be literally your bestest friend. Probably the best thing you can purchase when putting on one of these seat covers. I've used the manual one plenty of times, and there's so many times where I just miss the staple. I go to hit the trigger and no staples come out just because of the way the weird angle the stapler is. But this thing, I'm gonna show you guys, makes it a million times quicker and easier to install that seat cover. So I'm gonna get right into it and try to make it as live as possible for you guys. And I got the seat cover right here. Now, if you guys want a more in-depth detail video where I actually zoom up with the camera, I've got another video on my channel and linked in the description below where you guys can go check that out. But this is just gonna be me ripping it live. So, what you wanna do first is start with the front of the seat, pull it over the front part. It's important here to get it as straight as possible. You kinda wanna pull it tight as well, using both hands, because this is really going to be your starting point. Make sure it's kind of even. The ridges are on each side, even going down. So you're pulling that seat cover tight over the front of the seat cover. Then I'm gonna flip it over here and apply pressure, pulling it tight, and literally just go bam, bam. Then you got two staples in the front of your seat, not going anywhere. Then what you want to do is come to the back side, and you'll notice how in the seat cover, you flip it inside out, there's the seam here. You want to make sure this seam gets underneath the seat cover here. You don't want the seat to be on top of the foam. So kind of put my fingers in the seat cover, and you're going to take that seat cover and wrap it up and around the base and the foam, like so. Hold it tight and nail two staples in there. So now you should kind of have this nice little bouncy canopy that Andy Gregg calls it on the seat cover. Next up, what you're actually going to do is put two staples in the center now. So make sure it's even on both sides. And what you want to do is put your knee on it just like that. And we're going to work this left side here and get it over the edge just like that. And then come in and give this nice two staples. Boom. And then from there, that's not going anywhere on that side. We're going to come in and do the same on the opposite. Now we don't need to put our knee down because we've already got two staples in on that side, so we know it's not going anywhere. And you guys can see how easy it is with that staple gun. So we've got the likes of the seat cover coming together. And what you're doing now is really just working out the wrinkles from the center out. You want to go with this motion with your thumbs and kind of pull the seat cover over the sides, making sure you don't pull it too tight on this first side, because you don't want to pull it over too far to one side where now the stitching on one side is over to the one side more than the other. You guys get the point, you guys get the drift. So we'll kind of start with the middle of the front. Like so, and we'll do the same, we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. So it's kind of wherever the spot that we're working on one side, we're doing the same thing to the other side. So now, coming together a little bit better, we just got to keep working those wrinkles out. So you're just, with your thumbs, pulling it tighter and stapling it on. Wrinkles are definitely the death of a good looking seat cover. So kind of do your best to get them out. Now it's okay if you need to remove some of the staples, which we might end up doing with this seat cover installation. Tighten it down tighter and installing different staples. That didn't make any sense. Guess that's what happens when you shoot a live video and try not to make any edits. All right. It's definitely a process, guys, but all you need to do is really just take your time with it and don't staple your fingers. See, oh, like that one just tried to go but didn't stick. You just don't want to staple your fingers into the seat. You just want to staple the seat into the seat base, not your fingers. There we go. What I like to do is examine underneath to see what we're working with here. So it could definitely be tighter on this side. So we're gonna get this thing pulled over here. You kind of have to work in between where you pulled it. I don't like that. I'm working this side. Always double checking to make sure that the stitching on each side is even. Pull it tight on this side. Not only helps to have a grippy seat cover when you're riding the bike, but also helps when you're installing it as well. Okay, let me see where I can figure out how to make it tighter. I'm gonna leave the front like that for now and then come and work on the back side. So I don't wanna pull the Guts logo too far one way or the other. All right. Hope you guys are happy that I didn't take off the stock seat cover on this thing for this purple one. Just replacing the seat, that's the best way to do it. Spend a little bit of money. So thanks to Stu for having an extra seat, because I would have been sad to rip that thing apart. Can you guys even see anything? Yeah, you can. Okay. All right, we're coming along. Still got some wrinkles in there. Now it's really that time where we're pulling the wrinkles out. This seat base kind of sucks because it's got these big peg looking things where it's tough to get the stapler into, which it would have been even harder to get a manual stapler into those spots. Something like this, it's way easier to get those staples in. Oh yes, love it, love it, love it. Leave a comment below, guys, if you have experience with putting a seat cover on. You know, if you're watching this video, sometimes it's just for entertainment, or sometimes it is for knowledge base if you're wondering how to put a seat cover on. Let me know if you guys have any tips or tricks. That would even help me, because I'm sure I know that I'm not the best at doing things, and I try to return the favor from people who have taught me. It's one of the reasons why I create these videos for you guys. I think that was a little dirt bike that I just rode by, actually. All right, we got to do some work here in the back. There we go. I just want to see this thing on already. It's been sitting in my garage for weeks, I feel. I've finally been able to get in the garage, do some work. Okay. I'm really curious about the tall seat foam too, and see how that's going to work out for me. So I mean, for the most part, the seat is on right now. It's just getting those little tiny wrinkles out, and really what you're doing now is just using your thumbs and just pulling the seat, seeing where you can pull the seat over the edge and just getting a staple in there. Anywhere you see a gap, you can pull it tighter. Like I said, if you have to pull a staple out, it's not the biggest of deals. I almost want to do it myself here. Actually, you know what? I might. Oh no, my sandal fell off. All right, back in action. So this situation here where we got some wrinkles up in this top section that I don't like, there's a staple that I placed in there earlier that I'm gonna rip out. And hopefully, shoot. There we go. The staple broke. Use some pliers to get that old one out. There we go. So if you remove the staple, you can get the seat cover tighter in that area where it needs to be. You can kind of do the same on the other side if need be. Dang it. Staples are breaking on me. I feel like I'm getting a sweat on here for you guys. Okay. So we're just going to keep working it tighter and tighter the best we can in the spots where it needs it. And again, guys, I'm no pro at this, but this is one of the best ways you can do it. There's really not many other ways that you can do it, I guess. But the guys at Guts definitely know what they're doing when it comes to seat covers here. My ring just fell off. Sorry, babe. Yeah, it's kind of hard here to get to tighten the seat cover in this spot. Try to do my best. Get that pulled tight. There we go. All right, there's a couple other wrinkles here where I feel like I could get a little bit tighter, but in terms of the video, it's not really gonna do too much. So, boom, there is the Guts Tall Seat Foam, purple seat cover on the seat. Now, what we need to do on the underside here is kind of see where there's some extra material. You're gonna take some scissors, not a razor blade, you're gonna take scissors to snip the extra material off. 1 second, truck driving by. You don't need to do that, but in this case I do, because the spot in the tank where the seat connects to, come on guys, good to go. And the material is just coming over that a little bit, and just to make it clean it up a little bit better too, like especially in the back, there's just a little bit more flappy here. So I'm gonna get that trimmed up, and then I'm gonna get this old seat cover off, seat off, and then put this Guts one on. You know guys, it's the little things like this that bring happiness and joy to your life. Like a new seat cover and being able to see me on the camera. So I'm like literally spread eagle right now. How about we get this old seat off and put the new one on. You know that song? I don't know who sings it, like Bruno Mars. I'm so happy, clap along if you feel. That song? That's kind of how I feel right now. It's the simple things in life, like a new seat cover, really get you going. Bend down for you guys. All right, the seat cover is in, this seat is in great shape, but out with the old, we need an air filter change, eh? In with the new. It's so awkward doing it from this side. What the heck? I never do it from this side. So only thing left to do right now is sit on it, I guess, right? So, gotta test out the tall seat. Oh yeah. So went with the firm seat foam, and definitely feels way better already than the stock stuff, because the stock stuff was so soft. And then plus the taller seat, me being 6'3", it sucks to ride a dirt bike. So with the taller seat, it actually makes this bike feel like a newer bike where the seats are a lot flatter, because that one kind of has like a little dip in it, which is great because with that dip, it makes you actually feel like you're in the bike, and that's something that these Cowies, I really enjoy about the Cowies. But being so tall, my legs are very long. It's just hard for me to keep them up in the corners. So with this tall seat, it already feels way better, and I cannot wait to get on the track and test it for you guys. So purple seat, purple graphics, purple bars, purple Renthal bar pad, purple graphics up front here. You guys can't even see that, but we got a few shades of purple going on, and just trying to bring out that 90s factory Kawasaki theme. So if you guys enjoyed the video today of me going live installing that seat cover for you, that was something new that I've never done before, and you guys had me shaking in my boots. I was sweating there. I could feel the pressure from your eyes watching me, making sure I did a good job. So again, if you have any tips or pointers for me, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the purple on the new this Guts seat cover here and the bike. I eventually want to get number plates to kind of wrap this and tie this whole thing together. So guys, until next time, it's gonna be a wrap on this video. As always, ride hard, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.